VR for non-coders, 3D text today. My name is Marco Lawrence from Pengu Studios. Let's get cracking. So here we are inside Unity in a project that I'm working on. I'm trying to do some prototypes for a game, and I wanted to create some text to monitor the score, to get the success, failure of what I was doing, see if I can create some events depending on how high the score is. So I needed to create some text, and Gui Text doesn't work inside VR, so I needed to create 3D text. So I ran into some problems, and I'm just going to demonstrate what happened. So if I go to Game Object, 3D Object, and 3D Text, it's going to whack this text in the middle of my scene. So if I pull it back in Z space, so it's behind this circle here. And if I adjust my angle here, how I'm looking at things, and you see that it renders on top of this circular object, even though it's placed behind it. So what can I do? So first of all, the text looks really bad, so let's adjust that a little bit. So if I go to my text, it's called new text at the moment. You can adjust that if you want. And what we want to do is increase the font size, and it makes it quite big. And then what you can do is you can decrease the character size. And we're sort of where we started. So still we are rendering on top of my circular mesh here. So there is this great web page that describes this process. I have it open here. And just by following what the instructions on this page say, you will get there. But I will just show it to you in this video as well, how it's done. So I will include this link to the description field of the video, so you can go there if you want to. But let's go back to Unity. So first, what we need to do is we need to create a shader for what we're doing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a totally new folder. For this tutorial. And inside the folder, I'm going to right click and create shader. And the standard surface shader works for me. Now let's call it something text Z shader. Why not? Okay, so if you double click on that, Unity will open your default scripting application. In my case, it's Visual Studio. In your case, it might be something different, but the process is pretty much the same. So you choose everything that is there and you delete it. Then you go to the website and you have two options here. The first shader is double-sided and the second one is one-sided. So I want the double-sided, so I'm gonna copy this one, Control C, and then I'm going to go to Visual Studio and Control V. So I don't do coding. I have no background in coding, but copying and pasting I can do. And what I've learned is this thing here is very, very important. The name of the shader. So it needs to match with what you named it in Unity. So let's just see. Text Z shader. The capital letters need to be right. So let's call it text Z shader as well. And there we go. Then we hit save and we are good to go. Now it says inconsistent line endings, so what we can do, I'm sure someone else knows a better way, but as I said, I don't code, so I close my application and then I open it again and it asks me, do I want to fix the line endings? How convenient. Yes, I do. And then save all and close it again. And boom, error gone. Great success. So now we have created our text shader. And now we need to create a material that uses this shader. So let's right click, create material, and let's call it text Z material. Amazing. So now if I look at the material, I need to assign the shader that we just created to this material. So if you click on the material here, and then you get this inspector view here. So on the shader, you just find the text Z shader, choose that. And now we have a few options here in our material. We have the color of the text, great. And then we have the texture field. So now we're gonna start thinking about what font are we going to use. So you probably have lots and lots of fonts on your computer. So what we can do is go to settings and search for fonts. And it gives us the fonts folder. And then we have all the fonts that we want. So let's just see, what fonts should I get? Black oak. Let's try that. And let's click and drag it into our scene. And there we have it. Now we imported a font to Unity. This is like super exciting. So now what you need to do is choose the text Z material. And in that texture field, we need to grab the font texture and drag it right there. Now it gives us all kinds of errors. Let's click clear. Good to go. So now we have prepared our material and our font to work. So let's just see if we can make this work. So we choose the 3D text object. And here we have the field for the material. So let's choose our text Z material, put it there. And everything disappeared because we have the wrong font here. So let's grab the black oak font. And there we go. So now why it's not working is because I did it in the wrong order. So as you see, our material is still font material. Oh dear. Let's grab this one again and put it in. Boom! Magic. That is just awesome. So now we have text here that has depth information. It gets occluded by your meshes in your scene. And you can see it from behind. You can move it around. And you can do all kinds of cool, funky things with your text. So there you go. So that's it. Go crazy and create some amazing 3D text. And if you find a better way, share that in the comments below. Sign up for our Twitter feed and have fun. See you on the other side. Bye.